Hello guys, so today I decided to share with you my HUD format Gishki deck profile, as well as some duels in which I can showcase how the deck performs and some of its advantages and some of its disadvantages and weaknesses. So yeah, first of all, let's establish some of the weird things that are happening in this list. I personally really think that this deck, although it has some insane OTK power, uh, sometimes if the game gets a little grindy, it's a bit hard for you to bounce back, because most HUD format decks have insane comebacks and resource loops and like Georgia, Mermails, you know what I mean. So I decided to main deck Skill Drain, even though some of those decks I mentioned have outs for it. Having Skill Drain with Zeal Gigas is pretty insane. Now you'd also say, of course, that Skill Drain kind of conflicts with my deck as well, because I run Gishki Beast, Abyss, Tuna, etc. But of course, first of all, Skill Drain is going to be activated after you establish your Abyss plays, probably. And also, a lot of decks need to out Skill Drain in order to win, so you can hold these cards for after they out the Skill Drain, where you'll be in a tougher position. But also I am playing 2 Trapstan, might up it to 3, not sure yet. Because of course it helps me OTK a lot easier, while also letting me turn off the skill drain on my turn in order to board break with Zilgigas or Soul Ogre, etc. Also, I'm playing double trading alongside the Soul Ogre. Soul Ogre, I don't really care about his effect, although it can come up a few times when you need a guaranteed shuffle compared to like Zilgigas, which is a bit random. Sometimes you can stack it up with Lavalval Chain or Advance if you're playing it, etc, etc. So yeah, trading I really like, because if I open trading vision and nothing useful, I can discard the vision, get the Soul Ogre, discard Soul Ogre for trading, draw 2 cards, and you also fuel the grave for salvage while also renewing your hand. And also the other thing is that you can, even if you draw the other one, at some point you can use Aqua Mirror to tribute for Zeal Gigas without tributing the other Zeal Gigas, so that you can use Aqua Mirror's effect to bounce Soul Ogre back to hand and reuse the trading, etc, etc. I suppose this is pretty obvious, but I wanted to mention. Soul Shards I could play 3, I think 2 is pretty much enough though. And yeah, now for the side deck, things are pretty standard, I guess. The only 2 things are these cards, I suppose. This could be changed, to be honest, although normal summoning Abyss or Tuna and having the Aoi turn 1 is pretty OP. Yeah, and Mind August I have here because it is insane against the Soul Charge decks. Sometimes, like if you're playing against Sylvans or Dragon Rulers or whatever, or Lightsworn, I guess, you can summon this and shuffle their entire graveyard back and win the game like that. So yeah, that's it for the deck. And let's get into the duels. So, duel number 1. I think this is against Sylvans. Yeah, so game 1 I actually bricked and pretty much surrendered very quickly. So I don't think it is even worth showcasing. Like here, I just surrendered. I didn't draw anything with Reckless as well, so yeah, let's go into the next game. It didn't show anything useful. here. So we are going first now, and we open Gishki Beast, TD Crow Trading, Zilgigas, Abyss, Vision. This is a great hand. First of all, I decided to discard the Vision in order to get the Soul Ogre to use my trading. And here we have a very explosive hand. I normal summoned my Abyss to get another Vision. Discarded the Shadow to get my Aqua Mirror. Although I wasn't planning on summoning another ritual here, I did this in order to lower the chances of drawing another Aqua Mirror afterwards. So yeah, you could say that I may have wanted to do that with Vision as well, but sometimes you prefer not tributing the other Zilgigas, like in terms of resource management. So I decided to hold back on that one, just in case. So yeah, my opponent for some reason uses Blaster, I guess to fuel the grave maybe. Yep, they use the Mount Sylvania, sorry, and here we have the Crow. I don't know whether this is the optimal way to play this, but actually, why not use the Sylvan Charity? Yeah, I don't know. This was pretty bad. I just noticed that. Yeah, so then we... Not that I would play any better, just to make sure. Yeah, so here we have a pretty clear OTK line. We summon the Zilgigas, we revive, we get the Lavalval, we stack the top card of our deck, we shuffle without targeting, then Aqua Mirror, get back the Zilgigas, tribute, discard for 1/1, get, yeah, I have to say that a 1/1 is pretty great, but also sucks against Maxi, so you can just not play this card. Yeah, here we get the other Aqua Mirror, and we make Zilgigas, and that's game, without even the Gustav Max. So, this hand is pretty decent, once again. Opponent has a decent hand as well. Yeah, seems pretty normal. I think that they saw the many traps I was playing game 1, so that's why they kept the Royal Decree, but going second I tend to remove a lot of them, especially in a deck like this one, against a deck like this one. Yeah, so they do some Sylvan stuff, they play Copy Plant, which is very fun, but because this happened in the end phase, they have to leave this like this. Yeah. So here I discard my Vision, once again getting the Soul Ogre. I use Trading. Hand isn't amazing. And I can't recall why I did that, but probably, right, yeah, I just did it in order to get rid of the Copy Plant, right, because I was kind of scared of it. So yeah, thankfully we have hand traps here to protect our plays. For some reason I decided to max C there because of the Copy Plant target, so they had to use the Copy Plant. Yeah, they attack over my Gishki Beast, and now it's my turn. Now we have a lot of extenders technically. We are getting the Zilgigas, we are getting the Aqua Mirror, and we are summoning the Zilgigas, who is a lot, pretty much a very big boss monster, so we attack over the Felgrand. Here probably they should have used Felgrand's effect to negate Zilgigas at least. I don't think there was any reason for them not to. Yep, and I actually drew my shadow. And now, because their graveyard is pretty stacked, I decided to, first of all, because I have trading set here, I decided to recycle my soul ogre to renew my hand. I haven't normal summoned yet, so I used Abyss. And here I kind of forgot about Maxi, I have to say, so I decided to do this, although I think it was pretty much worth it because Soul Charge literally ends the game here. So we literally shuffled all these back, and their graveyard is just Grey Bandit, Felgrant, Maxi. So yeah, their hand is pretty dead right now. They were thinking about their stacking here. And yeah, and unfortunately they don't draw anything very impactful there, but with Miracle Fertilizer there and me having Diddy Crow, we secured the game pretty safely. Yeah. This is game, and yeah. So we had another match as well afterwards, so I can show that too, I guess. This hand, I mean double Reckless Greed, is pretty great. I'm not sure about this play. Like, should I summon Abyss to not play under Maxi, or should I use Tuna in order to actually thin my deck a lot more? Not sure about that. That's why I did it though. So I grabbed my Vision. We have double Reckless, Gishki Beast, Vision, Abyss. Pretty stacked hand, to be honest. They had a pretty good hand. Not amazing, but a pretty decent one. And here, because I do have a very stacked hand, and I know that Sylvans don't play real traps except for maybe Vanity's Emptiness, although my opponent was playing Royal Decree, so both Royal Decree and Emptiness wouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I decided to Reckless Greed before my draw in order to get... I mean, I didn't need the extra draw from the next turn, so yeah, I would rather the Reckless stopping me from drawing ending faster than the extra draw. And we draw pretty decently as well. Decided to put this here for the counters, although the game is over right here. We are getting off our Zilgigas. Zilgigas pays 1000. We also draw a Salvage, which is insane. And yeah, this is GG. Here I had to normal summon the Abyss in order to get my Shadow. If I did have my Shadow here, I would discard it, normal summon Beast, make Lavalval, and secure the other what is it called? Top deck with Zilgigas. But yeah, I discard the Shadow, get my Mirror. I use Salvage, grab my two little guys back, summon the other Zil, got my skill drain. And here, funny thing, they Forbidden Lance me, and I Forbidden Lance back. To be fair, as I said before, I changed the lances for trap stun, so in this scenario, these Zilgigas would have been dead, but it didn't really matter in my opinion in the end, because we have Maxi skill drain. We could get the Zilgigas back here and also pop the Hermitry with the other Zilgigas. Like, I don't think this would have been a problem, but I decided to just use my lance because I don't think there would be any other better point to do that, and also lower their life a lot in order to stop them from soul charging a little bit. I also contemplated about maybe using Gustav Max here, but once again wasn't sure. Probably would have been the better play, to be honest. And yeah, this was game. And finally, for this match, our hand is pretty stacked once again. They do some Sylvan stuff. Unfortunately, they didn't draw amazingly in any of these games. Although, just the fact that we can summon Zilgigas on top of a Felgrand is pretty great, because not a lot of decks have such an easy out to him. Yeah, once again, this hand is pretty awesome. We get our vision. Right, I remember this hand. This was kind of crazy. So I discarded all three of them to grab them quickly, get my Zilgigases and one Aqua Mirror, summon the Zilgigas. They maxed here, and I was trying to find a way to efficiently OTK. I got my Soul Ogre back to trading, drew a Salvage, which is amazing, got back both Vision and Shadow, discarded them both, got Aqua Mirror and Mind August here, and I did the insane thing of tributing Abyss, Crow, Tuna and Maxi in order to summon Mind August, because unfortunately the Aqua Mirror ritual spell says that you need to tribute monsters whose total level equals the level of the ritual monster. So I couldn't tribute, for example, Tidal or something. So yeah, I shuffled something back and two more cards on my end. I shuffled the other Zeal because if this Zeal Gigas ends up in the graveyard, then I'll recycle it with Aqua Mirror and the other one would be stuck there. So just for fun, recycled it back, and Salvage is the best card of the deck, so I mean, I might as well. And here Tidal secures the game. So let's see another duel. This is probably against Lightsworn. Yeah, Lightsworn. My opening hand is pretty okay. I mean, it's actually excellent, depending on what I draw. So I decided to 1-for-1 here because I can get my Tuna and get my Abyss, get my Search, and have Fist Depth Charge live. So yeah, unfortunately, as I said before, this plays a little bit into Maxi though, so yeah. So here I accidentally discarded my Fist Depth Charge, sorry about that. And yeah, so they do some plays here, a lot of solar recharges. Here I was kind of thinking about maybe skill draining, but I didn't want to. Decided to maxi. I draw a card here, and here of course I Fist Depth Charge, targeting the other Lumina that hasn't used its effect, although she probably wouldn't have used it anyways because I maxied. I drew into another Reckless, and here because my draws are kind of bad, I decided to activate Reckless after my draw. Yeah, here we Gishki Beast into the Shadow. They skill drain, but I had the Lance. I suppose maybe you should play Lance instead of Trapstone. Actually, it would have been the same because I would have set it, and yeah, actually, yeah, never mind that. Unless I drew it this turn. I don't remember, you can decide Lance or Trapstone. Yeah, so I get my Vision, and I didn't attack because Lance made my Gishki Beast a 700 attack. So here they discard the Minerva, right? Targeting the Raiden. Here I suspected they would Black Rose or something. But yeah, it's a bit hard here. Thankfully I had the skill drain. And now before my turn I Reckless Grid again, so now it's the first turn of Reckless Grid, of not drawing with Reckless Grid, yeah. And now I have Salvage and all this, so I think we are pretty clear. We summon the Zilgigas. Get with Salvage more of our little guys. Discard, Aqua Mirror, summon Zilgigas, get over those. And yeah, I mean, right now we have double Zilgigas with double skill drain. It's a pretty tough thing to out, but they had the Dracossack play, but we had the second skill drain and we won. And I wrote here, Hero Beat from Walmart did its thing. So yeah, for some reason I draw this card a lot, which is not bad, but yeah. So here we crowed the Eclipse on its when it was sent for cost. Then we normal summon the Abyss, get our Shadow, discarded the Maxi here. Not sure if that's the way to go, to be honest, but sure. And also here, because I expected my opponent to side in a lot of backrow hate, I decided to remove the skill drains from the deck and exchanged them for something else. Here we got another Abyss, I got my Vision, discarded both, Aqua Mirror, Zilgigas to my hand. Oh, I used Salvage, getting them back, discarded the Vision, get another Zilgigas in order to not go minus ritual summoning my Zilgigas. Got to my skill drain, so what I said before was wrong. I didn't remove them this game. Yeah, I think I'm explaining the obvious right now. Here I used Herald of Pure Light in order to get back one of the little extenders here, Vision or Shadow, and I decided to put it in attack mode just to bypass the card trooper and have enough damage to OTK, although I think it's exactly 8000 anyways. Yep, I draw another Salvage as well, which is insane, and here I win because I have the Gustav Max. So for the third match we are playing against Mermails. I think my opponent slightly misplayed this game, but I'll still show it because I couldn't find a better game, to be honest. So they discarded the Turds in order to get the Pike. They set the warning and now it's my turn. I summon the Abyss. They don't warning, I get my Vision. I get my Zilgigas. I set my double skill drain and then my turn. Here they don't use the Abyss Spike effect, although I think that is pretty greedy. I would probably discard the Moving Glacier in order to get to Undyne, which would turn on my Allure of Darkness as well. And then we draw the Reckless Grid. I summon a Beast to summon the Abyss. They don't warning the Beast, which is okay. Or Breakthrough. Well, Breakthrough they probably should have. And they don't break through Abyss either. I discard Vision, get another Zeal, discard Shadow, get an Aqua Mirror. And here they don't warning the Aqua Mirror either, which is weird. And I summon my Zilgigas, I activate his effect, they don't break through. again. And I mean, why are these here? I don't know. But it happens, I'm no better, to be fair. Then they summon the Honor Arc, and now we've got the skill drain. They attack my Abyss, of course. I draw a second trading for some reason. Decided to banish these two for title, and they warning that. I attack with my humongous Zilgigas. I attack. Now this is the point in which I actually played Trapstand, it seems. Another Trapstand. Wow, these draws are horrible. Thank God we have skill drain, right? Right. I summon back my Tidal and that's game. So for the next game, we have a pretty terrible hand. One Vision or Abyss would probably save it a little bit though. They opened a pretty decent hand. They sent Tidal immediately, which I'm not sure of either. I summon the Abyss, get my Vision, discard, get my Soul Logger. If we draw a Shadow, we are golden, but we do not. They Marksman, I just chained the Trapstand for no reason, just in case. Ooh, and now we got the Tidal in hand. I used the Tuna, get my Abyss, get my Shadow, discarded Shadow, get my Aqua Mirror, used my Salvage, probably, yep. Then discarded the Vision to get my Zilgigas, then probably tributed the Shadow, yep, to summon the Zilgigas, use its effect to banish, to draw one card. Could have also, oh actually I have normal summoned the Tuna, I think so, yeah. Never mind. Then I get back my trading, no, my trading target I meant, right? Drew more, like, this is getting a bit out of hand, as you can see. We discard all of them to grab more of the Zilgigas and Aqua Mirror. Ritual some of the Zilgigas. Once again, 1 for 1. Then Aqua Mirror back, get my Soul Logger. Here I contemplated about maybe doing some weird play summoning the Soul Logger, like using 1 for 1, banishing, special summoning Tuna, but Tuna is once per turn, so I cannot do that. So I made Tidal, I summoned Tidal, and I think that's GG once again. Because we have the Gustav Max. And now let's get, so these duels were mostly against combo decks, so that's where I think Gishki kind of excels at. So I would like to showcase some of the control decks that this deck has weakness to. It's actually going to be one duel, and it's going to be against Trap Tricks, Artifact, whatever. So let's see that one. So next up, a duel against, as I said, Trap Tricks, Artifacts. And yeah, this matchup is super hard because of cards like Bottomless Trap Hole and Trap Hole Nightmare. So we are playing Gishkis and we have to face against Ignition, Bottomless, Sanctum and Bakeltak and Maxi. This is pretty tough. I write oh god as well. So here I thought that I could maybe discard Shadow and make an Excite on Knight, however you want to call him. I discard Shadow, get an Aqua Mirror, normal summon the Gishki Beast. They max C here, so I get my Shadow and make my exit on Knight, since they didn't Sanctum or anything here. Here they actually activate ignition, they pop the big attack, and they get their moral attack. So what happens here is that at the end of the chain resolving, moral attack is popped, so he'll get special summoned, and he'll pop my Excitonite, however you want to call him. And he gets the two artifacts. So here I had to do a small desperation play, which was ritual summon a Zilgigas, in order to hopefully shuffle one of them back, because Pleiades is pretty annoying at this point. And yeah, and also because I destroyed Ignition with Excitonite, I do not have my battle phase this turn, so I summon him under Maxi, unfortunately, but kind of thankfully we get the skill drain. But unfortunately my opponent has Torrential, Trap Trick, Trap Hole, Nightmare, and Fire Hand, and they're making a Pleiades here, and another Maxi. So here they Fire Hand, they pop my Zeal, they get the Ice Hand, I get a lot of damage out of this, they set all these, I draw another skill drain, which is very bad, and I probably surrender here in a little bit because of the Trap Hole Knight. Yep. So game 2, we open a horrible hand. So I decided to actually not set the Aoi, because it was probably going to be just Ignition fodder. Not sure if that is the proper way to play that, but sure. So the horrible hand continues. Here I had to set something. Thankfully I have the DD Crows to protect me from the artifact plays. Still nothing, which is unbelievable. I get hit for some damage. Thankfully we drew the Abyss. Abyss effect, we get Division, and now we may unclog our hand. Trading into Soul Logger, drawing Salvage, and Forbidden Lance. Yeah, here we have the Aoi and the Fist Depth Charge. So I decided to just use the Fist Depth Charge at this point, because I needed the extra draw, and yeah, I could use the Aoi next turn in case they have a hand trap like Maxi or DD Crow. Yeah. So here I normal summon my Tuna, because I was going to normal summon the Gishki Beast, but I was afraid of DD Crow, as I said before. So I summoned the Gishki Abyss, but now because I have the Aoi and they break through targeting the Abyss, I chain the Aoi, tributing the Abyss, so its effect still resolves. I discard their DD Crow, I get the Shadow, yeah, and now we have a pretty decent play. Keep in mind, now I know they have Warning and Transmigration Prophecy. I grab a couple of stuff with Salvage, try to do some stuff. They have Fiendish, but I have the Lance. Once again, this was before I played Trapstand. Once again though, this could have been Trapstand with no difference at all. In this case, not the whole games. Sorry about this slight change, by the way. I'm still not sure which card is better to use. So I get my Soul Logger here in order to trade in again. I get 2 Crows again, which is pretty decent, to be fair, against the step. I Salvage, yeah. I think it has gotten a bit repetitive at this point. Then we summon the other Zeal. Hoped to... So here, the funny thing is that I was planning on a 1-for-1ing, discarding something to summon the Tuna and summon the Abyss and win that way. because it was exactly damaged that way. Actually, it's not exactly 8,000, but the thing is that because of Lance, here I don't have the OTK. But with 141 I had the OTK, but I drew the tuna with Zeal Gigas. So yeah, also showed that to my opponent. And here I decided to actually use the Gustav Max to protect me from any possible Soul Shards play, although they don't have a graveyard, but I don't know, it could happen. And here, stupidly, it was kind of late, I have to say, I was afraid of warning. So here they use the Sanctum, they are forced to do that because I'll just, if I go to my main phase, I'll just Gustav Max to win the game. Here I use the Aqua Mirror targeting the Zeal Gigas, they Transmigration Prophecy. So now I know this is a Mortal Attack and this is a Solemn Warning. For some reason I'm still scared of the Solemn Warning, so I decided to do this stupid play and not summon the Gishki Beast because I was afraid of the warning. Here I realized that I was being a bit stupid, but yeah, whatever. And here we discarded the Shadow, normal summon the Gishki Beast, and I mean it could have been Cowboy or just attack or whatever. Yeah, sorry about that misplay. Lastly, here this was a pretty interesting duel. I mean, we cannot deal with all that. Look at this hand, this is crazy. If they had a Sanctum or some artifact engine as well, that would have been insane. So we get our Tuna, get our Abyss, get our Vision, and here I decided to actually try and commit into something. Or no, or not, because I have the Footsteps charge and I wanted to pop some stuff probably first. Yeah, because I would rather pop artifact cards or something on their turn. Yeah. Here we pop another one with MST, which was the Bottomless. I was trying to hit the Bottomless because Bottomless destroys this deck. You don't really want to have your rituals banished. So here we Zeal Gigas, we activate its effect, we get Trap Hole Nightmare, and now we are kind of forced to actually play into the Tidal. We attack, they lose 100, we set the Bank and Mirror. They have the Ice Hand, unfortunately. They pop the debunk, so we have to debunk. Here we have 141, which is a great card paired with Tidal, especially because it's free technically. And unfortunately here we could have gotten a, for some reason, I don't know why I didn't put it in attack, probably to preserve my life points, but maybe the chip damage would have been important, I don't remember. And yeah, if we got the Abyss Search, we could discard something, get something, and have extra fodder for Tidal, which we unfortunately don't have right now. Now they have the Call of the Haunted into Myrmileo, which is pretty bad. I wanted to maybe use Tidal here, but banishing both Zeal Gigas is kind of bad. So they attack, I get Gishki Beast. Once again, they negate it with Fiendish this time. I have to use my Tidal here, attack Myrmileo. Somehow this is incredibly close, but they have the Dionia. They make Dweller. They detach, they attack again. They detach. Thankfully we drew the Gishki Beast again. Gishki Beast can summon Gishki Beast, which is good to know. They attack. We are so screwed, but we do have the Tidal. I have to banish the Zilgigas and the Gishki beast right now. I attack. You see how back and forth this game is, it's kind of insane. Unfortunately, they have the ignition, although this card does nothing right now. Yep. They have to soul charge, and I think they targeted both Dionia and Mirileo, so I decided to crow the Dionia because they would reset one of their traps. Now Tidal is sorry. Back to my hand. I draw the shadow. I have to set the shadow. I get the bagel tag with the ignition and the moral tag, which is pretty much GG. They attack over this. I get salvage at this point, which is not great, and it's over. A pretty decent showing for Gishkis, although you can see how control decks are a bit of a pain for Gishkis. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this duel. I'm kind of fried right now after all this commentary, and I also made the 2024 modern advanced format video for mermaids, so I'm pretty tired. But let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you found any plays cool or horrible or whatever you want. Let me know what you think about the build. Let me know what you think about Trapstan over Lance, etc. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.